What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this late night Anfield Agenda news roundup, as well as covering the main topics that we went through in tonight's late night agenda live stream. I'm going to be giving you some fresh information as well. Everton are concerned that maybe they have to tie somebody down to a new deal because of interest from Liverpool and others. We're going to be speaking a little bit about Alfonso Davies as well. I'm going to be telling you why I fear the worst about the January transfer window and why I think we may see no signings come through the door. We're going to give you some stats from Darwin last night in the game to show you why fans were frustrated with his performance. That and a few other bits and pieces, including Dermot Gallagher making the case as to why semi-automated offsides just isn't quite there yet. I very much disagree with Mr. Gallagher, but we'll cover it all in tonight's video. As always, we want to know your thoughts, so do let us know in the comment section. Drop a like if you enjoy the video, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. And I want to just take a quick second and say thank you for helping us get to 289,000 subscribers, which we reached today. 11,000 to go till we hit 300, and we really do appreciate your continued support. So look, let's start off with, I guess, me telling you why I'm optimistic that we'll see nobody through the door. Although I shouldn't have probably used the word optimistic there. Why I'm pessimistic about the January transfer window. So the hope here is that Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes have something close to their chest that they will put down on the table and go, here's your new defensive midfielder in January. Because I really don't think we're going to see a left back, and that's based off speaking to journalists and what they're hearing as well. I think the left back situation, well, I'm not saying we couldn't or shouldn't bring one in January. I just don't think it is going to happen. And then the midfield situation, which is the one for me that is the big glaring deficiency that needs to be addressed. So people can say you don't fix what isn't broken. That's fine, but it might get broken, and that's the whole point here. I just worry that we're going to get the whole let's keep an eye on Zubamendi stuff all the way through the January window with a view to the summer. So I'm a bit pessimistic about the January transfer window. I hope that I'm wrong. But let's wait and see how it pans out. I can just tell you the kind of vibes I'm getting at the minute. So I want to move on to Darwin for a second because, look, it's been a difficult season so far for Darwin Nunez. It's been a difficult time in his Liverpool career, but I think last night, this set of statistics just kind of puts it all into perspective. So last night he completed just 10 of his 19 passes, 53%. And this is a professional footballer. 10 out of 19 passes were getting to their target. And these aren't difficult 30, 40 yard passes. A lot of these are 5 to 10 yard passes. On top of that, he won just 1 out of 4 duels, so 25% duel success rate. And he had 1 shot on target from the 4 shots that he had on goal. It just isn't enough for somebody who wants to be the number 9 at Liverpool Football Club. And when you see it in plain sight like that, it kind of makes you understand why so many Liverpool fans do feel like this is a position that we could look to strengthen. I think in the summer, because I don't think the right option is going to be available in or out to remove Darwin in January. But I just wanted to give you that bit of information from the Athletics article because I found it interesting. Now we'll move on to the fresh stuff that I spoke about at the start of the video. Transfer Sector posted to say Everton are set to open contract talks for a new deal for Jarrad Branthwaite ahead of the January transfer window. Liverpool, Manchester United and City are monitoring his progress. I would very much like, I was going to say something a bit more sweary, but I would very much like Branthwaite to be an option for Liverpool. My fear is that because of that Liverpool-Everton divide and we don't do the signings from Everton to Liverpool, I don't think we're going to see him in a Liverpool shirt, and I fear he may end up at a United or City. But he is a really top defender, so it is a sore point that, you know, we see these players at Everton coming through, and unless they move somewhere else and then on to Liverpool, it's very unlikely. But let me know your thoughts on it. Do you think we'll ever see a player maybe make the jump over for big money from Everton to Liverpool? You know, we've seen players move between the clubs in the past, but it's been a while. Now I want to move on to something from Graham Bailey, who said Alfonso Davies is open to a Premier League move this summer. Liverpool are amongst the clubs interested. Manchester United are also interested. Now, I can say that I don't believe this to be the case. I'm sure Liverpool would be interested if you were just looking at it from the age profile and the calibre of player. I think he'd tick both boxes. But the one big glaring thing we have to talk about here is the money, the wages. Because Liverpool aren't going to pay him the money that they wouldn't pay Trent. It would make absolutely zero sense. So Liverpool won't be signing Alfonso Davies, and anybody that's trying to make the argument to say that we will, I think are being disingenuous. So for me, based off my own understanding, speaking with journalists and a bit of common sense, I think this is one that isn't going to happen. Now, I also said to you guys that Dermot Gallagher's been speaking on Ref Watch about why he doesn't think semi-automated offside technology is there just yet. I have a very different belief on why referees don't want it in, because, well, you know, all the reasons you think are the reasons why. But he was speaking about the delay yesterday and the over 3 minutes that it took to award our second goal, the Curtis Jones goal in the game against Leicester City. Let me read through what he said was the reason why this takes so long and why he thinks that we should stick with it for now. He said there were 2 checks, that's why it took so long. People say it's infuriating, but this is what the people asked for. But is it? Is it though, Dermot? Because I don't remember us all being asked about whether we wanted to have VAR introduced into football or not. I remember being told by the media, referees and everybody else that it was going to be the cure for everything. That it was going to remove the debates down the pub with you and your mates. But all it's done is create a cottage industry for the likes of, well, Dermot Gallagher. So I don't remember that, Dermot, quite frankly. He goes on to say, now you've given them the technology to get where the decision is right. This is the process. This is what we're told. This is what we've seen. We've come a long way in 5 years from where we were. We've got far more accurate decisions. It is much, much better. Semi-automated offside is a work in progress. Well, let me look at it from another perspective. I spoke with David Lynch about that decision-making process there yesterday, and he said sitting up in the stand, he was confused, and he has replays and more information than the people in the Cop or the main stand, the Annie Road end, or the King Kenny stand, who just don't know what's going on and why this delay is taking 3 minutes. So I think Dermot Gallagher is protecting his clan, the PGMOL and referees. And semi-automated offside technology seems to be good enough for, I don't know, FIFA, UEFA, and a lot of other more prominent leagues or highly prominent leagues and corporations or organisations. So why is it that it's only us that are once again behind the curve? Remember, we introduced VAR a season after a lot of other leagues, and now when we were promised semi-automated offside technology at the start of this season, then October, then after Christmas, and now we're not sure what's happening. So I would say that semi-automated offside technology would absolutely be a breath of fresh air to stop this nonsense that we're seeing now of it taking too long to make a decision. If AI can make that decision like that, that's what we should be looking to do, and not referees sitting there struggling to draw straight lines, because it's infuriating for everyone. And nobody asked for this, Dermot, despite what you think. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it for tonight's roundup. Let us know your thoughts on everything we've spoken about throughout the course of this video, and anything else that you think needs to be spoken about as well. One more little quick one, which isn't really Liverpool related, but it is a bit of news. So, Lord Panic, who is defending Manchester City in those rule breaches charges with the Premier League, has revealed that he is also an Arsenal season ticket holder. Now, I absolutely believe that the man is capable of being a professional, but you know that if they're found guilty, some City fans, well, they might think a little bit differently. So thoughts on that one in the comments would be welcome as well. So I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 8:45 for the late night agenda. The West Ham preview, will be coming out tomorrow morning as well. So do keep an eye for that one coming out, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.